Okay. All right. Let me ask you a question about you being a female truck driver, black woman truck driver. Um, do you feel that there's any bias, and racism in the industry that you're in?
The one that I'm trying to go in, yes. The
And
one that I started out in, there are a lot of women of color that has entered into the trucking industry, but it seems that they grouping them in just one division, maybe two. But when you try to go towards the industry I'm trying to go into,
what industry is that?
the tanker division, with dealing with hazmat chemicals.
Oh, that's that's a job that requires a lot of attention and a lot of safety measures and precaution.
Hmm.
You know, where you have to wear a lot of safety apparatus and things like that, right?
Yeah, well, you got to be trained and taught how to use these things that will keep you safe in the public as well while you're doing that type of work in that industry.
Yeah, well, these chemicals are very hazardous, and it is very important that you have like certain types of clearances. Do you have it? Got to have certain clearances.
Yes, you got to be cleared by um, a hazmat department, which is the government, for you to be able to hold a hazmat, and you have to take the test as well as have a tanker endorsement. So you gotta have endorsements that in order to be able to be in that division. Then you of course gotta go through training. But every company trains you, you
Well,
know.
stop. Wait a minute. So you saying that you have to be okay, but you have to be cleared by the government,
Yes,
the federal government,
yes,
the United States government.
yes,
Wow. Okay. And they do a lot of background checks and everything, right?
yes, they do.
They're thorough in it, right?
Of course. Because
Okay.
they gotta make sure that whoever they're issuing these hazmat endorsements to is not someone that would be a threat to the country, to the public.
Mm, understood. Understood. So, you as a black woman, um, I know you're not the only one trying to get into the industry. I know you're not the only one in the industry, but
I hope not, but since I've been trying to get into this division, I haven't seen one yet. I'm not saying that there may not be any women of color that's dealing with this division, especially with hazmat. Now you could find them in a division when they're dealing with non-hazmat, but when you come to the next level, which is one of the highest level in that division, no, I have not ran across a woman of color that's pulling hazmat. I'm not
so
saying they not there, but I haven't seen one. And every company so far that I've been working with, I have not ran into anyone that looks like me. And not just as much as that they have to be a woman of color, but just a woman just in general. If
okay.
they there, it's like one needle in a haystack. But I haven't personally met one face to face, and I've been now in so far two divisions that I've been trying to get into with my hazmat. And for each, well, I'm sorry, three. And for each of these three companies that I went through the training, they made sure that I didn't get past my training.
So I got a question. When you say um, hazmat, what is considered hazmat? We talking about hauling gasoline, oil, chemicals,
Yes,
what?
all of that falls under anything that's going to be dealing with explosions, corrosion, poison, anything that's going to be an environment, public safety. So
Risk.
risk, yes. So
Oh,
that's
okay. All
hazmat,
right. Okay.
and so far I tried to fulfill, and it was discrimination towards me on that level, and then I went towards going towards chemicals, dealing with different types of chemicals. That also was another dead end, and I went to another one and another one. And it seemed like these companies, because they have to do background, employment check on you, it seems that they're following suit with each other, like they're changing information about me.
So if you think that they're exchanging information about you, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's legal.
It's
You
not
know.
legal, but when someone repeats the same
But I'm not a
pattern,
lawyer, so I can't say whether it's legal or not. But I don't think it's fair for them, to share information in regards to how they say you conducted yourself or the person that was training you. I mean, because do you have any blemishes on your driving record?
no,
Not any.
none,
No accidents.
no,
None at all.
mm-mm,
No unsafe driving tickets or anything like that.
none at all.
Wow. And nobody wants to hire you, huh?
Not far as when it comes to pulling hazmat, but everyone else when it comes to reefers, which is refrigerator trailers, dry trailers, which mean it's just dry materials. Even I've been offered to pull flatbeds, which can be from cars to any heavy duty equipment that would be put on a flatbed for transportation. Any division but that division. I even had company want me to come and pull over their freight, which is like liquid, non-hazmat liquid. But when it comes to the hazmat division, they will not let me in.
Let me ask you a question. Why? Is that a higher paying rate?
Well, yes, because you at the top of the list. You at the top of the money train.
So it's the highest pay rates and the highest pay scales
Yes.
and things of that nature.
You're talking about 80 up to 80,000 to 100,000 a year.
Wow.
And it's good money. Yes, it's more dangerous, but come on, I've been in a company where I actually can say that I witnessed, a fellow co-worker at high risk, accidents, just bumping and flipping and whatever that would not be, I would think, someone that I would be comfortable with, especially pulling hazmat.
Right.
Consistently, they constantly hitting something.
Hitting some, having accidents and things like that.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And they're still working for the company.
Covering up stuff that it may not have been a big, hazard to the environment, but enough where they covered it up and didn't report it. But because it's not what you know, it's who you know and who's going to have your back. That's how a lot of them stay in the industry. I mean, it was just, 2 weeks ago I read on a report how a driver hauling fuel wound up going uphill or rather downhill right here in PA, and his brakes went out, and that shut down the whole highway. I'm not gonna say what highway it was and what company it was.
I saw that on the news. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? I think everybody that saw it, they can look it up.
Yeah, well, that driver claimed that their brakes went out. Now, I've only been driving for a little over, close to 6 years, but I know that if you do a pre-trip inspection, which is a leak test on your brakes, and in route, and along with outside of your pre-trip, with your brakes looking around your truck, looking inside around the wheel at your brakes, shoes, you should be able to catch things before it happened.
So it's basically the inspection before you even put the keys in your vehicle,
Yeah,
in your tanker, and roll out.
Yeah, so for you to go down a hill or up a hill and just suddenly lose brakes.
Or just to get on the road and say, that you lost brakes, let alone going down a hill or up a hill.
You just don't lose brakes like that, not with these type of trucks, because not only do you have the manual brake that you control with your foot, but you also have a hand emergency brake.
So that will keep you still be able to control your vehicle.
Exactly.
Your load.
Yeah, so for you to drive that long and cause an inflamed fire on your truck, on your trailer, to where it escalated to a bad explosion where fumes is going up in the atmosphere, that's because you apparently didn't do the proper inspection that you're supposed to.
So you're saying that they didn't follow procedure?
No, they didn't. But see, again, it goes to who you know, not what you know.
Really?
And they gave they backed him up and said that basically it was no fault of his own, because he'd been in the company for so long. They trust that it was no fault of his own. But any driver know, especially when you dealing with hazmat, you only supposed to go so many miles down the road before you supposed to pull over and inspect your wheels, your lights, and your tires.
Right.
You know, so this is the stuff that I've been trained to do, things that I know to do, that I will do, but I can't even get into the industry because, you know, it been things that been said to me about my religion, my complexion of my skin, my gender, and my age. And they won't let me in. It doesn't matter how good my driving record is. It doesn't matter that I never had no accidents and I won 48 states. You know, mountains, deserts, back in cornfields. It doesn't matter that when I went through these states, I never had a recorded accident or I never lost any freight. You know, I mean, I started out like every new driver, you know, learning how to maneuver and how to navigate. But I did it well enough where I kept my license clean. Now I have these tanker companies with hazmat saying that I don't know how to back up. I don't know how to park a trailer. I don't know how to park. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. And it's just like, don't make no sense because how someone drive for 4 years over the road going through 48 states and now you come to a city where you doing local work and they saying you don't know how to do the things that you've been doing for 4 years faithfully over the road.
So I got to ask you a question. You know, all these years you've been driving over the road, and you said you touched in just about every state in the continental U.S.
Just about, maybe not all, but just about.
Well, I say, all right, have you traveled through at least 30 states?
Yes.
20?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so you've driven in different type of weather conditions as well.
Yeah, like
Snow,
California.
rain,
Yeah, California.
tornadoes.
California is the state that when, in order to get to California, you have to go through not a hill, mountain. You have to go through a mountain, down a mountain, up a mountain, down a mountain in order to get to California. And that is one of the trainings that they give new drivers to teach them how to go to high atmospheres with about 80,000 pounds of freight on your back. They give that to you so you can acquire the skills of how to know how to get in these places.
Well, how does that affect you when you're driving in those mountains at a higher elevation? Do you feel lightheaded or anything like that? Your ears pop? I mean,
for the first time, for me it was, but you know, I think because I was so excited and willing and wanting to learn this industry that I did what I needed to do to pay attention to learn how to get in and out of these states. Like I've been in Utah. I even went far as Idaho. You know, on the border of Canada, Missouri, which is one of the most highly foggy states you could travel through. That fog so thick that you could have something about maybe not even a good 3-4 feet in front of you and still not see it.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that's a very foggy state. Missouri, Minnesota, Iowa, all up in them states back there, Nebraska, in them tight roads, that's farmland. You know, I've been in and out them states, like I said, for 4 years, and then unfortunately I had to come home and be a local driver. And since I've been home since 2018, I can't get a job that will allow me to grow with my skills here, unless I'm going to work for them free, meaning that they can just have me make money for them and then take back my money that I should have for me for helping them.
Right.
So if I'm not going to be free labor for them, and I need to, you know, and I'm trying to go to like a company that's gonna give me $80,000 a year, then they have a problem with my driving. But nobody can really say, well, she got a ticket, a speeding ticket, or she you know went out on a highway or in the public and she hit something and created a fatality or damages. No one can say that, but what they will say among each other is that I'm not a good driver. So that's their way to blackball me to keep me out of the industry.
Well, probably off the record, they probably say you're a hell of a driver, but on the record, they're not going to say that.
Mm-mm.
You know?
And these places is not women friendly because I have not, as far as with the hazmat division, I have not yet seen one woman.
So you're saying that it's not female friendly,
No, it's not.
or it's just that women aren't applying.
They may be applying, but they may be being treated the way I've been treated. Like I've been exposed to chemicals that they intentionally exposed me to, without me realizing.
Without safety gear?
Yeah, one, without safety gear, after told that I did not need the safety gear because where we were going, it was not needed. Come to find out, it wasn't true.
But you're dealing with corrosive materials.
Yes. So I wound up, and this was in training. Be mindful that when I was in training at the beginning to learn how to be a hazmat driver, I was in the entry level. So unfortunately, while I was over the road with that training, I had to come off the road and come inside the city that I lived to become a local driver. So my training that I stopped at there, I needed to pick up here to be a local driver. But nobody wants to give me that training. They'll go back and do the history check on how far I came, and then they'll hire me to make me feel that they're going to give me this training. Then when they get me there, they drop me like a ball.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, but I think that what it is that women is not really wanted in this industry when it comes to being a hazmat tanker driver. I was told by someone that's in this industry that we are looked at as being just women that may be a burden.
Wow.
And I believe that because of the way so far I've been treated since I've been trying to get employed in that division, and they do exchange information among each other.
You think that with more exposure and more women speaking about their experience in regard to this, that you guys can actually have an opportunity to be on a level playing field, even just given an opportunity to show what you can do?
I think that if more women like me, I just can't believe that I'm the only woman, not the only woman, but just a handful of us trying to go in that industry. I believe there's a lot more of us trying to get in that industry, but they have made it some type of way where they're trying to keep us out. And I think that if it got out, I believe that it would be so many women that would probably step forward and probably had the similar, if not the same, experience that I have had. And I really believe it. They try to discourage you so you don't want to be in that industry. They will do whatever they got to do to discourage you, to make you not want to be a hazmat driver. The companies like certain top-notch training companies, they'll let you in to train you, but once you leave that training level and you try to go out there and seek the level with experience to be qualified to make your 80,000 because you went through a certain entry level, they ain't letting you in. And another thing, every driver, I don't care who they are, have to be trained. Before they come, and when they come in the company. When they come in the company, they have to be trained. And that's where I found that they're hiring me just so they could say that they hire a minority, that they give a minority the opportunity of equal opportunity. But what it is that they do that so they can prove that, yes, we hired, a minority, a woman of color, a woman of religion, a woman of age, gender.
So they're trying to cover all bases.
Yeah, but
did they give you a fair opportunity?
No, will they really let you in?
Right.
Will they let you get past the training point? Will they let you get your year in? Will they? No.
Now, for me, I would say, why would you continue to subject yourself to this kind of discrimination? It's stressful. Why can't you just go somewhere else and do something else? Go into the division that might hire you. I mean,
because the reason why I'm not giving up is because first, it's something that I like doing. This is my niche. I'm good at it. I enjoy, being an operator, hands-on, dealing with, different type of chemicals, learning the process of loading and unloading. And the second is because it's my right. And just like with any human being, they have rights, So if you take and say you only got the right to do this and you only got the right to do that, then what's the sense of the constitutional right then? Then they want to rip it up and throw it out the window then. Why is it that people from foreign countries come here because they get the better opportunity rights to have more,
Life,
a better
freedom,
life?
and the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah, so why can't I have, and I'm American, so why can't I not have what's rightfully supposed to be for me to have, which is my right to have free will to do what I need to do for as speech, as long as I'm not
Well,
hurting
you're
no one.
qualified to work in that division. It's just that they're probably not
I
ready
was
for a
told
black
that I
woman.
was I was told that I was
They're
qualified.
just not ready for a black woman to work in that division.
Okay, but then that means that we still stuck almost 300-400 years backwards, but yet they wave and say, oh, equal opportunity, but then they need to just cancel all that.
I wouldn't say 3 or 4 years, 100 back, but I mean 300 or 400 years back, but I would definitely say about 60 years back. Anywhere between 60 years, 50 years, and 40 years, even 30 years. But this is just a fight that you're going to have to keep fighting, and I wish you the best with it. All right? And stay strong and you keep fighting, because what you are is something rare. And, as long as you continue to fight and you continue to stand firm and believe in what you believe in and never give up, you will have success. Okay? Enjoy the rest of your day.
Let me see my video.